Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Silver Gauntlets. Today we have another match of the Season 4 Challenge Cup, Group M, a French Quebecois matchup between Icola and Sauce Boss. With me on commentary today is Koari. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. What is up, dudes? How's everyone in chat doing? Very excited to do my first gig on here.
Should be fun. They should be starting shortly.
And I know personally I've already won my prediction. Get the start as child. Alright, we are off. Oh!
Okay!
Let's go! Prelude
Sure. That's a good one. Thanks, game. Alright, couple of time hits. 30 is
30
dead.
Skullmask
dead.
Omprog's dead.
And
Composer, Grave is
Grave
opponent's song.
Yep.
Hey, we don't need to do Skullmask! Alright, so... Okay. Wow, so Sauce Boss immediately playing Requiem, and getting Prelude. Like, why not?
Sure, that's kind of funny. Might be useful as adult, considering their adult spawn is probably not Temple of Time.
Probably. I mean, yeah.
50 skulls is the BGS. Guess who's never getting that?
Rip.
Rip the BGS.
On the arch.
I missed it too.
Anyone help us out? Anyone in chat help us out? What was on the arch? And Sauce Boss going immediately adult.
As Icola heads for the ranch.
Alright.
Couldn't see? Alright, thanks, Toxic. We'll have a look later from Icola's side, I'm sure. We're also going to get a pedestal check here real quick from Sauce Boss. We'll see where our medallions and stones are. Or our medallions are, and then we can figure out where their stones are by resolution. Okay, so water, spirit, Deku, shadow, forest. Water, spirit, shadow, Deku, forest.
That means DC, Jabu. DC, Jabu, fire. Yeah. Alright.
Okay, it was Shadow the Fire Medallion and Deku the Spirit Medallion, or the other way around, because when I was making a mental note, I got the two. I couldn't remember what order they came in. Nothing on Talon's chickens.
Yum. Started adult Lon Ranch!
Lovely.
Alright, so.
Okay, it looks like our tracker layout is a little out of date. We'll need to adjust that because it's all one-off, as we see Serenade there.
Nice.
Okay, Deku's a fire medallion and Shadow is... Okay, I got the two mixed up. Figures.
Right. Oops.
So DC, Deku, DC, Jabu, and Fire are stones. That's an interesting layout.
Yep. So that means we ignore stone DC, right?
Right? Alright, so nothing in the silo, just a heart container for Icola, who's gonna go to the Colossus now, pick up Prelude, and we'll get another look at what's on the arch. Icola just has vanilla cosmetics, but I kinda like Sauce's heart color, and I think I can't quite tell the tunic color from this point of view right now.
Looks a little black to me.
Just a bit. Oh yeah, it's a very dark gray, it looks like. There's a wallet on Handle Andrew, alright.
The wallet.
Or the Natal Andrew. And just a heart piece on the house cow, and a heart piece on the arch. Alright. Then Jabby Fire and DC correct.
Yeah, well...
It's Spirits of the Forest Medallion, Deku the Fire Medallion, Shadows the Vanilla Shadow Medallion, Fourth is the Spirit Medallion, and Water is the Light Medallion.
And the Yellow's in Windmill.
Yeah. Thanks, game.
Now we can get the Pona song.
Yes, again, as Icola now heads adult. Like an update the medallions tracker. Give me a minute.
Hover boots.
Oh, that's a good find.
That looked like a recovery heart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Sauce Boss jumping right into the fire.
Yep. Okay, now their medallion tracker should be up to date.
All right.
Hit a quick fix.
All right, predict your times. I get 51 after that.
Yeah, also, apparently Icola did skip the dungeon info while I was updating the dungeon info. That's interesting. Oopsies.
Uh-oh. And I seem to have underestimated.
This is going to be about a 54 here. 55, actually, as we see. Choose in the back of Carrack. That's a good find. And, hey! Ruda's letter on Dompe Race. And a blue beat.
So, delete Ice Cavern?
Here's the L for Icola. Dungeon info is rated just for low, Mr. Martin. I mean,
no.
The CC has tended to attract some really awful seeds compared to the top 32, which seems to have gotten, by and large, a lot of very fast seeds. It's been odd. The last CC match I rolled had a 20, 30, 40 skulls all recorded. 20 and 40 skulls hard recorded. 30 you might as well have just picked up for what it was worth. Thank you, Rang on 20, Bow on 30, and Mirror Shield on 40. That was fun. The runners weren't much happy with me, mind. Yeah, my seeds are especially the A-Star. Yes, this is, by the way, A-Star special.
Yeah.
Here's a covers for Icola and Saponas for Sauce. Yeah, I was gonna say, where are you going? You can't go anywhere.
Uh-oh. Oh. Soft Boss. Getting frozen by the Redeads.
Yeah. Also for our trackers, it is they didn't do the Song of Time check, it is the Song of Storms check for Sauce Boss's side, so that's a sixth song in the top row that has a check mark, not the fifth. Minor note.
Oh God. Icola having bad time with Dante already.
Yeah, already getting hit by a flame.
Oh.
And another one. Ouch. It was a hard end, no problem, Millie. Just remind me, let's actually shoutouts to both of our runners here, Icola Ace. Okay, that needs an update. Oops, someone do that. To my Koari and to our two trackers, Cabbage and Millie Moon. Okay, thanks, Mel.
Alright, so what's our chew count?
Let's take a look the next time one of the menus, because no one's checked yet. Hey, you're all good, Lex, no problem.
Oh. So, what do you guys think? Depending on chew count, going into Stone DC may not be horrible, although without a strength, kind of a little suspect. Still. Oh, it's a 20 count. Oh.
Oh, that's a nice
okay. Find. Now. Oh, he missed the wall. Okay. All right, he got it the second time. We're good. We're good. And
just
he gets
a red
the
rupee.
red rupee for his reward.
Also, okay, hi, Adult spawned in Longlawn Ranch. Sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, did yeah? You missed that.
Yeah, Icola just say warped.
Yeah, no, I saw Sauce Boss do that. I thought
I did miss it then. Yeah. Okay, here's a medallion check first. Icola. It looks like child deciding to not use it. Chooses adult is just going to go child, and we'll see where he goes from there. As Sauce Boss blows up Link the Goron. And picks up just a blue rupee, sorry.
Yes, just a blue.
Words, just a blue rupee.
Sorry. Oh, Icola forgetting the Skull Maskin.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Might be a bit of an autopilot, as Softbus here is going to check out what song is in the crater, actually. Hey, there's Song of Storms.
Now that's a dungeon you rush. I am a big fan of rushing Bomb of the Well. Although, admittedly, I have been burned in recent seeds.
Unfortunately, Icola missing a rupee or two there in the child shooting minigame is going to have to try again.
Oh, and
we currently have no waved heroes. I also might.
Bloopy on top of Volcano. Okay. Oh no, that's a heart piece. Never mind. Okay.
And another heart piece on child shooting. So far we have no waved heroes. I don't remember what our current setup is offhand for commands.
Our Bloopy wall.
Shadow's waved a hero. Okay, that's a good hint to know. Now we have a foolish hint. I'll add magic.
Oh, going for fairy. Does he go for the second hint after this? Oh, Saucepaws is dying in the crater. F's in chat.
That might have been a death warp out. Sure, let's see. Okay, 30 is dead. 40s. Nothing on the ferry. Adding skulls. Okay, we've got an add combo too.
Okay. He does not. Icola does not go for the second hint on the rock wall. Instead, opting to go for lake.
Oh, oops, that one already exists. What does it currently say? Not found yet. That one. Alright, we now have skulls. We have hit commands. Just hasn't been updated all the way yet because we don't know all of our hints yet.
Very nice naked Midas kit.
Yep. Going to pick up a song and read some hints here, which will be good info. We have Crater Waved Hero, probably for that Song of Storms.
Probably.
Bigoron is drunk.
It's either the storms or it's hammerlocked.
And there's another bottle on child fishing.
So, Nocturne and Ice Cavern?
Possible. As we see Sun Song here on Minuet. And the other last hint is Fire Temple's Foolish. That's a good one to know.
Stone Fire Foolish, very nice.
And is good info.
Also the greatest Scarecrow song, rotating the joystick.
OT, a song of time. Oh no.
Is this even random?
Good question.
Saucepaws currently being very frivolous with his shoes. That's okay. He does have the ability to buy more if needed.
So now updated. There's a Koari sword there for Saucepaws on the Lostwood Scrub Grotto. That's a good find.
Wrong gauge! Wrong gauge!
What?
Wrong gauge!
Sorry, you've completely lost me.
Wrong age. He's a
wrong age. Yeah, I'm aware, but that's where he found the Koari sword.
Wrong gauge.
Yeah. That's what I heard, yes. That's what I heard. Yeah, I've been sure to put toxic in it. In other words, complete and total. No, that's what I heard too, Koari. That's why I was confused, as it sounded like absolute nonsense. Hack his way to hero! Water's wet! Thanks, game! In all honesty, though, the only thing we've seen there so far is a bullet on Antler Edge.
Wait! I don't know!
Strength upgrade in Koari.
Strong. Hmm. Oh, he's saving. Sauce Boss is saving. Almond milk?
Alright, there you go. Wait, hero command's been updated again. And Losso's Bomb Guarder is just a red rupee.
Yeah.
Strength upgrade for Icola. Stone Fire Foolish is an interesting hint considering that Ocarina of Time is vanilla. They probably don't need Song of Time, but if they do, that's rather annoying.
Yeah. In my opinion, Song of Time being vanilla is probably the worst song you can have on Ocarina of Time because it unlocks two of the worst checks in the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Sauce is spending a lot of time on his menu either. It's not the first time. Just spend some time staring at his medallion count? Question mark? Medallion count? I'm not sure either. I'm not especially familiar with either runner, I'll admit. I honestly never heard of Icola before qualifier started, and I'm about as familiar with Sauce, so I don't really know much about either of them, unfortunately, so we're just learning about them as it goes. Nice to see some newer runners do pretty well in CC. They do pretty well in qualifiers and qualify for the CC at least.
Oh yeah, you can also get logical AD if keys are on the right side of GTG. And something's in... Yeah.
No, there's plenty of ways to for keys in the toilet. Yep, water or GTG. But water key logic can't be a thing because river chest is locked behind all keys. But blast key or an item required to complete the game can certainly be in river chest.
So one, unfortunately, big observation is Icola does not have quite enough money to afford the butter knife in the Scrub Grotto.
Can get some more money here in SFM. The little patch of grass right outside the entrance, right by the entrance, has some loopy. Big Oran's still dead.
Yep, and we're seeing a stone DC dip.
Makes sense. Strength upgrade makes this pretty easy, and there's quite a few checks to be gotten here pretty quickly.
Also without a shield.
Yeah, there's... In the meantime, we're gonna see the song from Saria here from Icola. As there's Greg!
Validated!
And there's a Vanilla Saria song. Is this even rando?
2 vanilla songs. Yay. So now that Sun Song is in logic.
Yeah, it is. None of that there's all that much at the moment. And her piece here. Ha, that's a funny one, Kansera. But actually, between our two runners, we can full clear bottom of the well now. Storms was in way of the Hero Death Mountain crater. And,
oh, this is gonna feel so bad.
Yeah. There we go.
And just realized.
Feels bad, man. Slothspaw's carrying a pot upstairs to get this skull. Icola yeah, we'll see if Icola gets to choose it to get money. if at all, because it might come back as Adult, which wouldn't be the greatest, but due to having to loop back around for that Kokiri sword, that would be unfortunate. Might also just get some money here, though. We'll see. And yeah, as the bot says, our next restream will be tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. CEST. We have 10th Doctor versus Slyride. That'll be in about 5.5 hours. Nice backlog there, right onto the platform for Sauce Boss with hovers. Don't see that too often.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Just a heart piece there for Icola. She's gonna find some money here. It's up to 34, just needs one more bloopy.
Alright.
More VODs! You're not wrong. I gotta chuckle at Modzilla there. And there's the red rupee that Icola needs. I'd honestly forgot it pays out! Icola should hopefully actually go back for his Kokiri sword now. Not sure why you chose to take that path, but that should hopefully work out. Hey! Hammer! DC Bridge! That's a bomb-locked hammer! Thanks, Gabe!
He's going to spend his money on this scrub. He's going to miss Helen's butter knife. Okay.
Oh, more money! Never mind!
Okay.
Please go back, Icola. Please go back.
Please go back. Please go back.
Alright, Colossus, was that left hand there, Dad?
It was left hand. For those that don't know, that's the beer shield chest.
Or more money! Okay, Icola's lucky today.
Very nice rupee count. I do say so
Very
myself.
nice indeed. Meantime, Sauce is heading for King Dodongo. And where is Icola going?
I think he's going for... Yeah,
he's going back! He's going back! Thank God! This has cost him a few minutes, all this money problem, but it is going to pay out with getting a Kokiri sword while still child, because if he'd come back as adult, that would have lost him even more time. Alright, so let's see how good Sauce's aim is. There we go.
Yep.
Because that could be a little tricky to get, as there's Icola's butter knife.
Yep. There is a setup. Oh, the shield flex.
Yeah! Not abused. Thankfully, it does pick it up. Picking it up's the important part, though.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, there is a setup to open up the pathway to King Dodongo with the hammer.
Yeah, you can do the setup, or you can just smash it a bunch and hope you get it right. And it's also
exactly
for these
3 setups.
Yeah, or you can just Saul's just went for let's just hit it and I hope I get it right. That didn't take too long, thankfully. That can get a little annoying. It's a bit precise actually to hit that. Well is way of the hero. Okay, what a surprise! Thanks, game!
Thanks, game. We could have figured that out. Wasting 2 hints for 1 area. Thanks.
Gee, thank you. Darius Skulls is still dead. Nothing on King Dodongo. The only thing in there is a hammer for foolish stone fighter.
Or to complete Way the Hero Crater.
That's possible too. Thank you, Corona. Yeah, thanks to... Let's do some shoutouts. Shoutouts to both of our runners, Icola and Sauce Boss. To my co-commentator here, Koari, doing his first TSG commentary. And to our 2 trackers, Millie Moon and Cabbage. Yeah, Sauces was first into DC. Icola hasn't touched DC yet. Icola was running around Lost Woods trying to get money.
Like,
yes, we can see you
Sauce,
guys chatting.
yeah, Sauce Boss has not done anything child.
Oh yeah, Sauce Boss entered a dungeon, in this case DC, before Icola entered Deku. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what was the question about. Now I realize there's a second wallet in Deku Tree. Oh no, that's not wallet locked, right? Well, it might be wallet locked. We don't know where the bomb bag is, but also fire is foolish anyway. That's concerning, because Kakariko's way of the hero, and it can't be for Zelda's Lullaby in the Windmill, because in Season 4 settings, Zelda's Lullaby can't be hidden way of the hero anymore, since that gives you absolutely no useful information. Also, where did the bow just show up, because I missed it?
Redead Grotto.
Oh, lovely. Might be for the bow, yes, because I guess we missed it. Alright. Time to edit the command again. No, it can't be hinted way of the hero, Lex.
Yeah.
Because people got tired of getting a way of the hero hit for CL when ZL's almost guaranteed to be way of the hero in 6 medallion anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so the one big thing to understand that there is a difference between way of the hero and hinted way of the hero. So while ZL can be way of the hero, it cannot be hinted way of the hero. Yeah. Conversely, the vanilla ZL check, i.e. the song we start with, can also not be hinted way of the hero.
Because that's also a useless hit. Gee, thanks, Gabe. The thing I started with is way of the hero. If he's not a Song of Time, maybe it would be useful, but generally you're not going to need it. And Sauce is still not sure what his medallions are, apparently, it seems. Has been constantly checking. I'm a little worried. Perhaps didn't quite figure out the DC as a stone. I'm not sure either. Alright, B1 skip here for Icola. There we go, nicely done.
Sauce Boss double checking the hints, and seems flame storage has failed.
Yeah, unfortunately so, Icola. Not knowing the backflip stretch, like the stick is just gonna push the block the vanilla way.
Oh. So, but the strat that I love doing instead, I love to jump slash with the Kokiri sword into the torch. It's primarily for swag, but it works.
Yeah. There's a shadow wave here for Sauce Boss, and Icola having a little trouble with Scrubs, but gets it. And the thing with the bow wave the hero in Kakariko is, the issue with that one really is the fact that it's a bow. There's 3 of them out in the game, and there often is a second bow available out there somewhere. Second wallet's not a great way of the hero either, though, so it's hard to say what the way of the hero in CAC is right now. We'll find out eventually, but it might take a while. Could be the song on burning.
We need to do chickens.
We might, yes. We actually might. It could be the song on Burning Cack, but that's behind Spirit Temple, and Spirit Temple might not be available for a while. Just a heart piece on Goma. Also, currently, almost everything we have is out of logic because we don't have a hammer. No, a bomb bag, sorry, because the hammer is out of logic.
Yes, we would need a bomb that is hard bomb lock. Well,
Yep.
not. It is logically bomb locked, I should say.
It's hard explosive lock of some kind.
Yes.
In this case, the out of logic was choose. Just a huge rupee there in the Boulder of Destiny for Sauce Boss, who's left branch now as Icola goes adult.
So, interesting that Icola goes adult. Oh no, he doesn't have storms. Never mind. That's in the crater.
Yep, because Icola went child and because Sauce climbed Death Mountain Trail. Icola went child, so that's the difference there right now. Bombag could.
So,
Bombag currently can be in the well because they do have access to Death Mountain Crater due to the strength upgrade from Lido's house, and they have hover boots. Hover boots from Shield Brave, which does put Song of Storms in logic, so they can get to the wall without bombs.
see, my prediction is though it won't. Even if while yes, a bomb bag could be down there, my prediction is it's going to be a hook shot.
Quite possible. So the thing is, it cannot be a bomb bag for our first bomb bag on King Zora because our Koari sword was bomb locked and one of our wallets was in the Deku tree. King KZ can't have our first bomb bag day, unfortunately. In fact, the wallets can't be waved to hero for blue fire at all because by the time the second wallet's in logic, actually, it might not be. Let's see. We'll see about that. Because, yeah, currently our second medallion is locked behind also a slingshot besides just the bomb-locked Koari sword. Yeah, KZ can't be our first logical bomb bag. That was just for certain.
Yeah.
You could still have something, you just can't be our first logical bomb bag. It might be an out-of-logic bomb bag, but it's not in. But it would be our first logical one, as Icola picks up his bow.
So I think I missed.
Not maybe toxic, but I don't know if any other medallions would even be possible right now. Our bow is bomb locked for Forest Temple, and our remaining medallions all really suck. The odds of there being a medallion available without bomb bag is not good, to put it mildly. Because all of our medallions are, in some form or fashion, probably bomb locked. Because most of our dungeons have our medallion dungeons have very high item requirements. In Spirit, Shadow, Water, and Forest Temple. And Forest are currently our only bow, which might be way if the hero is hard bomb lock. So, yeah, I suspect Ganon's Castle access is not available without a bomb bag today. It's not guaranteed, but I don't think it will be. It'd be pretty dumb, but I'm pretty sure it's not happening.
There would only be one way that first bomb bag would be in Game Castle, and that's if neither the iron boots nor both both hook shots are bomb locked.
Yeah, and that's not particularly likely. We have a large amount of stuff bomb locked this seed, including the hammer, which is a part of our problem, is that the hammer's hard bomb locked logically on the DC bridge, and so the hammer can't bail us out of logic either.
And we're doing it. We're doing it. Chicken.
Chickens! It is Wave Hero Cack, and your only items in there were a wallet and a bow. This makes sense. Sick. No, our second wallet is bomb locked. Unless I'm missing something here.
Yes. No.
To get blue fire?
Yeah.
We currently don't have a way to get blue because our second wallet's bomb locked because the Kokiri sword doesn't allow us with Scrub Grotto. Oh. Blue fire from ice? Oh yeah, true. Let's see, where was Aruda's letter again? Next question. Aruda's letter was on the down payment. That is a possibility. I'm dumb. Thank you for reminding me, Toxic. That is a possibility.
But still another problem with that
Is where the
until
hell
we
are
get
our
a
scales?
scale.
So I was thinking about buying blue fire or getting blue fire from cannons, neither of which are going to be available to have bombs by the looks of it. And I don't think Ice Cavern access might be available, but even then, who knows where our scales are?
Just meet Skip Forehead.
Totally. There's storms for Icola.
We skip it. Hope no one sees it. Yeah. Uh-oh. Did you lose a chicken?
Not sure. Sausage
they're all
chicken.
there.
I think
They
he's
look
okay.
to be all there.
Just getting a little bit trolled. There we go. And just a bloopy. Chickens is not our answer today.
Alright. So, time for the well.
Time for the well. This is probably the most logical play. We don't have a lot else. This is mostly in logic, but Zelda's Lullaby and Song of Storms are both in, even if bombs are definitely not. Yeah.
But it's okay. Because we're gonna find the bomb bag, and then we're gonna find the hookshot.
Death Mountain Crater was Wave the Hero for Song of Storms. The bow may be the Wave Hero in Cat, but we're not going to figure that out for a while, as you see just a purple rupee on the Death Mountain Trail Fairy.
Yes. For us to figure out if bow is the way the hero for Cac, we would need 10 skulls, 20 skulls, and a burning Cac.
Oh! Low! There was a, 50 skulls hit for the big BGS right below Big Auroch. That's kind of funny. There's something funny about that one. There's a key for sauce that is not bomb locked, something to keep track of. This is, though. Oh, sauce missing a chew. There we go, and just a bloopy in the Death Mountain Trail Storms.
Okay. Just double nut, I guess.
Alright. There's nothing on that check there.
That's bigger on as a high price for his crap today. So,
Icola, just pick up the bomb flower. There's a boomerang in the well. That's Wave the Hero, as Icola finally blows the bomb flower up. That's Wave the Hero. Maybe? Stone Jabu, anyone? We are a Bomb Bag from official Oh No mode when it comes to AD. We have a hammer. We have Ruda's letter. We have a potentially Wave the Hero boomerang. The only thing we need for logic is a bomb bag. That's not good.
So, The only other thing it could boomerang be way the hero for is for Child Side Spirit.
For Skulltulas, we don't have a hookshot. We only have one bottle. Kak is Way of the Hero.
No, because the bottle would put you over the top for skulls. You would only need.
We don't have a way to turn Rudo's letter.
20.
No, we don't know what 40 is. By the way, that's the other thing. Koari.
That is true.
Yeah, it's just a recovery heart in the coffin. Yeah, the 40 skulls is what's currently concerned. We have 20 in logic without a boomerang, but I'm fairly sure. But yeah, the bottle should do it. But the 40 skulls might be an issue. At any rate, that is a uh-oh situation with our Way of the Hero boomerang? Question mark? There's another bottle in the well. Okay, thanks, game.
Bottle percent.
We're one bottle from bottle percent, yes. And there's a loopy. Did we see all 4 bottles? Because I don't remember writing one of them down.
Yes, we did.
Because I know there was Child Fishing, there was that one, and there was Ruda's Letter, but I didn't catch the 4th.
Mido's house.
Oh, duh. That would be why. As I forgot. I think I was a little bit more distracted by the strength upgrade and missed the bottle. Whoopsies. There's another key, also not bomb-locked in the well. Nothing was bomb-locked even, so that's good info.
Sauce boss accidentally killing the hand.
Yep. Getting also a bit troll here by that hand, unfortunately. And there we go, finally.
That's bad. You should feel bad. Lock.
The Hylian shield there, and there's our bomb bag. We're in logic, and we're in no mode with a bomb bag on Richard. Okay, everyone, we're in no mode. AD's in logic, mostly, unless depending on where the fire boss key is. We have everything else because that bomb bag put everything in the game in logic. Yippee!
And we still haven't found anything other than a boomerang in the well.
Nope! And nothing on bowling. Yeah, that bomb bag puts everything in logic and we're in oh no mode. We have nothing for our medallion dungeons.
Also,
we have everything for our stone dungeons. Yep. We have nothing for our medallion dungeons. We have everything for our stone dungeons. That's not a good thing. Purple rupee. Yeah, this is not great. We're already in no mode 48 minutes in because we haven't found anything else. Ooh, sauce getting eaten by the like.
Apparently, sauce boss. Never mind.
Oh, and getting eaten again!
You know, I'm just gonna say, apparently he is very much into vor.
Yeah, this like sucks. Alright, there we go. And there's this shield back.
And shield back.
Oh, magic! That's a slightly less worrying way of the hero.
Alright, so Sauce, this is a key.
Yeah, it might not be counting, unfortunately. Let's edit that way of the hero. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. We're still in no-no mode because we still don't have anything for our medallion dungeons. We still can't get into Shadow Temple right now. But it is slightly less concerning. I also need to remember how to edit commands. Both of them picking up some Skulltulas makes sense with Way of the Hero CAC and a load of confusing
I
stuff.
think Sauce just realized, and he has safe quit.
Yep, thank you. Icola is picking up some bugs here to pick up more skulls. Honestly, makes sense. CAC Way of the Hero, your items in there are all questionable at the best of times. While it is, the bow is not much better.
Wallet.
Yeah, while it's not great, the bow's not
Wallet.
much better. And then there's I agree with this play for skulls.
Bow is definitely more plausible. I have
It
seen Way of the
is.
Hero bows happen a lot.
Oh, iron boots. That's Way of the Hero.
That's definitely a Way of the Hero.
Yep. It still also doesn't do anything for us because we still don't have a way to get into Water Temple. We don't have a hookshot.
So, given our current knowledge, the only place that makes sense would be Ice Cavern.
Not in logic at the moment.
Do...
Hi, Slingshot! That puts Deku trait completion in logic and one singular check in Lost Woods, and that's about it.
Yeah. So the only plays that make sense right now are Ice Cavern and doing AD for right side GTG.
Yeah, Ice Cavern. Oh, actually, Ice Cavern is in logic. Yeah, Ice Cavern or AD are pretty much our options. And that's not a good thing. Ice Cavern and AD are our options. We could go to GTG, I suppose, is the other thing, because we do have a Pona Song and a bow. No hookshot, though, so that's kind of blah.
Yes.
No hookshot, no strength 2. GTG is kind of black. You know what? Our options suck.
Yes, mark cars. But we would still need a hook shot for it to be a toilet seat.
Yeah. No, we know we're gonna get a hookshot eventually. We're definitely no though at this point. We've gotten items, but they don't lead to medallion dungeons. We've gotten everything for our stone dungeons. We haven't seen it. We've seen a couple of items for medallion dungeons. We just can't get into them. No hookshots are our biggest problem today.
We're seeing Goron Pod with strength.
Oh god, Sauce! No, this isn't logic. We do have
Logic, actually.
We have a bomb bag. CL and Sarias are available.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
It's not in logic for Sauce, but it's in logic generally. We know that.
Yes.
And that's the angry face. Nope.
So there is a way to get it with strength every time. However, I think he missed the setup for it. You have to do it like right away.
Yeah, and that just missed the bomb altogether. Ooh. Also, Sauce doesn't have Sarias for Daruni, unfortunately.
That looked good.
That did look good. We'll find out here for sure in a sec. And hey! We got it. Just a huge rupee, though. Yeah, backwalking definitely helps. Sauce, where are you going? Yeah, just use a troop, please. It's not much fun to try and do Hot Rodder with strength up. It's possible, just really, really tight. Even worse than the strength pot. And just another
And
huge
more
repeat.
money!
Yay! Hey, Sean!
Sean!
Welcome into Oh No Mo. We have everything for our stone dungeons and practically nothing for our medallion dungeons.
And and Ocarina of Time is vanilla!
Yippee! Yes, I am, Sean. You are getting a star special. No guarantees, Sean. This is my second Challenge Cup seed. My first was a 20, 30, 40 skull seed. Then there's this disaster. I can't promise I'll roll anything remotely decent for you tomorrow. For that matter, the CC's had a trend of god-awful seeds as a whole, not just from me.
Hmm.
The first CC seed took almost 4 hours. It's been ranking for Icola. I keep wanting to say Cola, but that confuses Icola with Cola, another runner in the race. In this
Yes.
CC.
Yes. Two
Yeah,
very different groups, two very different nationalities, too.
two very different people. Yeah, top 32 is getting most of the jets. There have been some stinkers. Saturday saw a couple truly god-awful seeds. No spoilers, but top 32 has gotten a couple of stinkers, but generally top 32 has gotten sub 3, even sub 230 seeds most of the time, and then CC gets all these stinker seeds. We've had one or two decent seeds. Most of them have taken at least 3 hours. None of them have been very good. I don't think we've seen a plus 4 hour seed yet, but not for a lack of trying. Yeah, the very first CC seed was great as well. 4 hours! Yippee! Even taking into account some skill level gaps between top 32 and CC, which isn't much because CC is very competitive. There's a lot of really good runners in it. Uh, it's still impressive just how bad some of the CC seeds have been compared to top 32. No, Sean. Not really. No one's winning this.
Hmm. I think only. Well, Icola has a Deku lead. That's about it.
Yeah, Ico has done Deku, but Sauce has done DC. Those two more or less balance out.
Well, it only
It's
balances out if it's actually 80.
Yeah, because the only thing in DC, by the way, is a hammer on the DC bridge. They were out of logic for a good 45, 50 minutes because the first bomb bag was on Richard and logically locked up almost everything in the seed. Yeah, we're winning. Chat wins in seeds like
Chat,
this.
Chat wins everything. Because they get to see top quality content and the worst possible seeds.
Yep. There's actually another Challenge Cup match going on at the same time. Group N, Levi Belvedere versus Doc Keeps, a pair of old co-op partners facing off against each other. They're getting restreamed over on Puppy and Crown's channel. So they're having fun with something.
And as a minor note on that one,
Yeah, I should post
I
the
don't want to
clip. There's
spoil too much about that race. All I would say is that their Midos house was glorious.
Yeah, I'll post it because it was in the first 30 seconds. It's not an actual spoiler, really. Here's the clip. The title translates to Mido the Thief, which I feel is rather appropriate for this Mido's house. It's dumb. You don't need to understand French to understand that clip. Coming up on the hour mark here, though, it's secretary time for Sauce. Icola's almost done with the well. Yes, it is! That Midas house is absolutely possible. Oh no, Icola fell down the
Oh,
well. Has to go back up. Please go back, because that's his magic. Yeah, Midos house is locked by nothing in non-overworld entrance rando. Okay, phew, Icola's going back. I was worried he was gonna bail from that, hoping it was junk, but no, thank you. Thanks for going back, Icola, because that magic might have been a
all
problem
right.
otherwise.
So I think once you
Yeah,
get
nothing
this
lacks
map,
Midos in these settings, so Midos could have literally anything. And, it had a lot of stuff in that seed.
so I think the play that makes sense for Icola after this is Child Spirit.
I would do Child Spirit here. I already have Requiem, I have a Boomerang, might as well do it. Oh, in fact, Chad, that seed also has Stone Fire and Stone Spirit.
Yep.
It's great. Rip Icola's shield.
It's
Oh,
okay. He has a Hylian shield.
Yeah. Oh, Icola doesn't have. No, Icola has Requiem. Our Tracker needs to mark it because they started with
Start.
Requiem.
Yeah. Yes, we started with Requiem.
For us, Fire Temple's foolish. It doesn't help. That doesn't do anything for the fact we already have a hammer. Or Sauce has a hammer.
Alright.
It's in DC. It's the
Looks like
only
we're gonna
thing in
see that
Stone
Child
DC.
Spirit play.
Icola never started the seed low. Nah, Icola started the seed, honestly, but yeah. Tracker's accurate. Heck, W flat.
My only concern is not checking the fairy fountain.
Might do so on the way out. We'll see. At any rate, Child Spirit here for Icola. This is Stone Spirit. This is Banana Spirit. Sorry, which
Oh,
makes a
that's
lot of
right.
sense.
No, wait. We have the Sphere Zero slingshot. Oh no, something's in Jabu.
Oh yeah, because this can't be right. Because Slingshot was available. I'm a dummy too. Yeah, it's either something's on 40 skulls, probably locking our first hookshot. Might be our first hookshot. We haven't actually seen a hint. Or it could be, yeah, AD. Fantastic. It's the Boomerang's way of the hero at all, though, because we do have a magic that's likely to be way of the hero. This, well, way of the hero is just a general oof. We haven't seen Frogs 1, but both the Kokiri and Death Mountain Trail Storm Stratos were
Oh,
junk.
now the only solace that I can give is it's 50-50.
Ooh, that's enough for Icola to the Stalfos. But thankfully has a fairy. Never mind, because there's a fairy bottle in the well.
Well, Locke, you better hope that second magic is in Shadow.
Because otherwise, it's AD. It might still be AD anyway. Although the next question is it logical AD or is it hard AD? Because there is a difference, and we don't know if it is. But also, there's no really good way to tell if it's AD, considering they don't have a hookshot, and they don't have strength 2 either, so GTG is not a fantastic play either. We don't know, Sean, if it's hard AD. We have all the items for AD. It's all in logic. And we don't have anything. We have very little for our medallion dungeons. The problem is we actually don't know if it's Song of Time. But we have no idea if Song of Time is required, or if it's hard or logically required either. We don't know. It exists. Moments. The seed seems to be very strongly pointing towards at least logical AD. We don't know if it's hard AD, though. Did I call a save? Because there went the key. As Sauce picks
He
up
did
his
not.
first medallion.
He did not save.
Oh, lovely. Also, I should note that we do have Ganon's castle in Logic now that we finally got a bomb bag off Richard.
Oh yes, that is true.
We have AD, Ice Cavern, and Stone and Ganon's castle without Hookshot and without Strength 3. Yay! That
fine.
doesn't.
It's fine. Just do Spirit Trial without Hookshot.
Right, forehead. As you see, there's a second key on Child Climb.
Kanzera, you are a man after my own heart.
Yeah, Shieldless Iron Knuckle might be incoming for Icola. That's gonna suck. Map chest is another key. Spirit is Firelock. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that flame storage worked. Oh no, it did actually. I wasn't sure, but it didn't look like it was gonna work, but it did there. Sauce's boomerang is not playing nice. And decides to fight the Stalfos instead of getting trolled. No, Spirit Key Logic assumes you're the world's worst moron with key usage. So, those checks require either all 5 keys or 3 keys or 1 key, a bomb bag, and a fire source, so you can get there as either age because it assumes you waste your keys and child can't get there, and an adult doesn't have a way to do it.
Oh yeah, gotta love the one instance where the all 5 keys logic was a thing for this room in particular, because your the first hookshot was here, and the hammer was hookshot locked.
Yep. Key Logic assumes you're.
Fire source.
Yeah. Yeah, Flan, I would be surprised. Yeah, scrub tournament match where someone AD'd themselves by using keys poorly. Ouch. Also, yeah, Key Logic has to assume you use your keys in the worst way possible, and even in potentially glitcher, to the point. So it has to make sure that it's always beatable. So that's one of the things behind this seed's Song of Time on AD. Is I don't know if it's going to be a logical AD for GTG Key Logic because GTG also assumes. Yeah, because GTG also assumes you're done. So we'll figure it out sometime. Shitless Iron Knuckles are giving me anxiety here for Icola. That is very nicely done, though.
Very nice.
That is not easy as Sauce Boss misses the chew. There we go. And the right hand of spirit is just a red rupee. Yeah, right. It's not long shot lock, at least. Yeah, Key Logic is so conservative that it won't let you play the vanilla game correct, because of the right hand, and Spirit Temple requires 3 keys, and long shot were all 5 keys. And there's shenanigans involved.
Yeah, gotta love how vanilla strength 2 is actually strength 3.
Yeah, if you have vanilla keys. Spirit Key Logic is written to make sure that it's written assuming you're the world's biggest idiot of all time. There's actually a whole entire Google doc written up explaining it because it's so complicated.
Yes, it's not like it was written by anyone currently in the chat or anything.
Ah, yes, where's Toxic? I haven't heard from Toxic in a bit. Here's the document in question, at any rate. At least it's not Spirit Temple key sanity or skull sanity logic. That gets even worse!
Oh.
We were on the receiving end of some of it in the co-op journey. Yep. Part of it too is that keys are placed before items, so it can't know that Strength 2 is unreachable without a Child Spirit, for instance.
Alright, Sauce, where are you going? Are you going to do Richard? Or are you going to do something else?
We'll find out.
This looks like a Richard play.
That's good for him, because we rather need, because that is a first bomb bag on Richard. Thanks, game. And also, Sauce is starting to run is almost out of tunes, only has 2. Alright, Bean for Icola, I assume that one is this. Yeah, same goes for Water Temple also, is that it assumes you're the world's biggest moron with key usage.
Interesting that Icola chose not to buy a second bean for Ice Cavern.
Yeah, there's
That's
not much point. That is Dins! That's Shadow Temple access, and we can do a decent amount of it with the items we have. It is Way of the Hero.
We just need Nocturne.
Yeah, it might be an Ice Cavern.
Right.
It probably is an Ice Cavern, actually.
Probably.
You don't have that many song checks left. You're still missing we are missing Ice Cavern, we're missing Burning Cat, we're missing the Prelude song. Right. And we're missing one other that I'm brain farting. Hi, double defense on Frogs 2, Frogs 1.
So now we're starting to see a little bit of convergence now, as Sauce Boss is currently following in Icola's footsteps.
Yep. Okay, I forgot to mark down Serenade was in Long Ranch. That's what I think.
Chicken. Yep. Don't run away.
Okay, phew. Yeah, we're missing Burning Cat Prelude and Ice Cavern for song checks, and Burning Cat and Prelude are currently both locked behind Spirit Temple, which we definitely don't have access to.
Which means that Nocturne's in Ice Cavern and Mirror's Shield is in Shadow.
Probably. We also still need the Strength upgrade. As you see, just a huge rupee in the River Grotto. Yeah, this is gonna be, both of them will be turning in Rudo's letter here. Frogs 2 is dead. Thanks, game. Frogs 2 hit in the river.
Why was that hint always in that spot?
Right?
Am I the only one who notices this? Like, the Frog 2 hint is always on that hint stone specifically?
It does love to be there, yeah. Alright, let's see. What's the upper river item? Just a bloopy.
Just a bloopy.
Alright, the hint here is 40 Skulls is dead. Alright. Yeah, if Boomerang's Way of a Hero, it's for Jabu.
It's a 50-50 between the magic and the boomerang.
It might be both.
That'd be awful.
Yeah, it would. So there's a toss-up on what's on the Ice Cavern song. It's either Minuet, Bolero, or Nocturne. Minuet and Bolero are both pretty much useless at this point. Nocturne is, well, that is a good question. Do you dip Jabu here, actually? Do you dip Jabu, because following that Boomerang Way of the Hero, do you go Ice, looking for the 1 in 3 chance that that's Nocturne for Way of the Hero's Shadow Temple? Zora's Howling is foolish! Thanks, game! Sure.
Oh, that's our second foolish.
It's a hard toss-up because there's Din's Fire and Shadow is because they just got Din's and it's a 1 in 3 chance that Way of the Hero's Shadows behind Ice Cavern, which is available. That's a hard call. Let me update the Skulls command and the Foolish command. 50 Skulls is a big Goron sword, so they're never getting BGS today. Also, I should re-edit that because I typed in dead for 50 instead of BGS. Bird is currently almost in sync. There we go. Commands have been updated. Yeah, both of them are at least in the same area, sorry. Not quite in sync, just in the same area, doing the same checks. Trying to figure out where the hell's my progression. Because neither of them want to do AD. Can they do AD? Yes. They want to? Not really.
Yeah, and I myself have a specific allergy to stone dungeons. So I'd be the worst person to ask where not to dip Jabu right now.
Honestly, Seed. Hi, eye drops. Those are useless. Yeah, so it looked Icola did pick up a fish there, so this looks like a Jabu play for him. We'll see if Sauce does the same. And Zora's diving. There's the hook shot! Finally! One hour and 17 minutes in, we finally have a hook shot. And okay,
right.
yep, there we go. Icola's bailing. This makes sense. You've got other things to do. Get out of here.
And no for worse win, which means even if they want to come back, it'll be hard. So yes, I agree with play.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Get out of here. You've got all the Forest Temple. You still can do Ice Cavern. Yeah, I'd get out of here. Water Temple's now available. That hookshot would put all, if a Nocturne isn't ice, that puts all of Shadow Temple in. Yeah, no, I absolutely bail. I would absolutely get out of there too after seeing that hookshot. Also, that's a disgusting first hookshot location. It's been in Logic for ages, it just isn't a great place to go with how this seed's been. Hey, Inko, welcome into, we've got a mess of a Logic seed.
So, alright. So place your, so while you can't actually place your bets, place your bets. Long shot on Phantom Ganon.
Probably.
Pink Seal Falcon.
There's the hookshot for Sauce, who I expect will also at least show the letter before going anywhere else.
I think he already has.
Okay, and oh my, interesting. Sauce is choosing to
going.
enter.
He's
Jabu.
going. He's doing it.
That is an interesting play, as it looks like Icola's doing big pose here, which is not too bad.
We have divergence again.
I hope it's just dropping the fish. I don't entirely get dropping the fish, but nope. He's going in. Icola? Sorry, Sauce? Interesting play. This Following that way of the hero boomerang is my guess, but I would have definitely headed off a forest temple here. Boomerang was in bottom of the well, which was way of the hero behind a way of the hero storms. This is still an odd playthrough, I'd say.
Alright.
And actually, Icola is checking out Water Temple right now. Interesting.
Interesting. You have a fully completable choosing guaranteed progression over potentially getting long shot locked.
Yeah. While Sauce is chasing a maybe way of the hero, maybe not, boomerang. Oh yeah, that's a good point though. I forgot. Is check if it's AD. That is a fair point. That makes
We
more
have not
sense.
been to GTG yet.
Nope, they didn't have a hookshot. No one wanted to go to GTG without hookshot strength 2 or Song of Time, because that just sounds like a really bad idea. Yeah, this is actually a decent play because Brainbard, but no, this makes sense because Icola wants to know, is this AD for a boss key if nothing else?
Yes, and it is possible to get every check with their current equipment minus River.
Morpha. Yeah, minus River, yeah. And obviously Morpha.
Yes.
Alright. Map chest. Small key. Oh, I should actually track keys because we did get 2 wallet. We get a wallet in Wave Hero CAC. So that's something to consider. Nice little gainer there for Icola to get to the cracked wall chest. And there's another key. Alright, in the cracked wall. In the meantime, though, there's just a stick upgrade in Jabu's Shabam's chest. That's the compass chest.
Yeah.
Also, yes, those things are called Shabams for some reason. They're not bubbles. The bubbles are the skull things.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, so you actually need to be picking up Bruto.
Yeah. Just some. We did get an item on the torches chest that is 1 of 4. Between Darklink, River, and in the boss key chest, there has to be 2 items. There's only 1 more item left. Yeah, that is correct, Cabbage.
Man, Jabu was so dirty that he ate soap. What?
And just some arrows.
Oof. Alright, let's see.
And just a nut. Okay, so that is a second item on the boss key chest. It is possible that River Chest is an extra key. We haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be central bow target here for Icola. Oh wait, no compass chest, I got lost. And there's the boss key.
He could have just go moded Water Temple this entire time.
The thing is, you can still tell if there's a key left there potentially. I don't know, because let's see. Well, bow target's next at any rate.
Hmm.
And there's another key on the central bow target. Not too surprised.
So we've seen 4 small keys already.
That counted 3. Map cracked hole in map.
It's 3?
Yeah, that's 3. Dragon chest next.
Hmm?
Or not? Oh, Icola might. Icola might just. Okay,
Yeah, you need
Icola's
to
pushing block.
push.
I was gonna say, Icola, what are you doing? I'm a little confused there.
Push it real good.
There it goes. Big Octo's down for sauce. Hey Purple, we've got the wackiest wave of heroes of all time. We've got some seriously wacky wave of heroes, and AD is OT. Icola's trying to figure out if it's OT for water, if it's AD for Water Temple and for an item, because we actually don't know yet. We also haven't seen GTG. Their first hookshot just turned up about 10 minutes ago on Zora diving. There's another key in Dragon Chest. And Icola's out of here. And we have everything to full clear the stone dungeons. We only just recently got that hookshot was only just recently our first Shet medallion dungeon access, really.
So with that, so with only 4 keys, it is possible for Morpha with the boss key location, Morpha or Central Pillar could be the 5th key.
Yeah. It could be Morpha or the Central Pillar. And then there's items left as well.
Yeah, 2 items left.
Yeah. There's at least one between Darkflink and River Chest. It might be both. We don't know. So, by the way, why is Sauce in Stone Jabu I should address? There was a boomerang in Wave the Hero well. There was also a magic meter, but it's choice. Stonefire was foolish. Stone DC had the hammer on the bridge chest. Icola did find the boss key on the map chest. Compass chest, sorry, plant.
So basically, DC leads you further down the AD rabbit hole.
Pretty much. It is foolish Stonefire, but that doesn't. No, Purple. Hookshot was very late, bombs were a bit stupid, and we still haven't seen Strength 2. So no one wanted to go to GTG because hookshotless, bombless, hookshotless, stringless GTG isn't a fun idea. Nothing on adult fishing. Shadow Temple is Way of the Hero, but we can't even get in the door right now, courtesy of the fact that we don't have Nocturne. There's a 1 in 3 chance of it being behind Ice Cavern. The other 2/3 chance of it is it being behind Spirit Temple. Alright, what does Baronet have? Just a heart
Nothing
piece.
at all.
Oh, Jabu was absolutely useless for Sauce. That feels bad. There was nothing useful in here. I think the nut upgrade might have been the stick upgrade might have been the most useful, and that's stretching it.
So then so now the question is, the sauce double down.
I don't know. Ooh, strength 2 on the lab roof. The Silver Gauntlets has finally seen the Silver Gauntlets. Putting in our emote for it, because we are called the Silver Gauntlets after all.
Yep.
Wouldn't be appropriate if we didn't have a Silver Gauntlets emote. And hey, later it was a lap dive.
Calm down, Link. Calm down.
Calm down. And yep, this is Spirit Temple time. I think this makes sense for Icola. Mirror Shield might well be vanilla or French vanilla, and it's progression. You might as well. Also, yeah, that throws all Way of the Heroes into question, considering that that's technically double scale lock. We don't have any scales. Yeah, all the hints can be junk too. All the Way of the Heroes, including our maybe not AD situation. That's fun. Well, no, Forest isn't foolish, Martin. Icola's hoping to finish Spirit to see about Nocturne, because we still don't have that, and that's Way of the Hero Shadow Temple, and honestly, also, he has to walk to Forest Temple with no warp songs. So I can't
there's no easy way to get to Forest.
No, honestly, I think this is understandable for Icola to just go Spirit Temple. Say, screw it, I'm not the Spirit. It is progression, and it's a lot easier to get if Mirror Shield's in here, that might finally get him his Nocturne for Way of the Hero Shadow Temple. This is not a bad idea. Sauce is rushing 20 skulls in the meantime with that Way of the Hero Cat. We know it's for Iron Boots. He doesn't. Hasn't picked them up yet. They're on 10 skulls. Yeah, running from Lake is probably still the best way to get to Forest, but I don't know. I think Forest and Spirit are both pretty good plays here, and either one works.
Also, you can also run their spawn. Our spawn is Lanlan Range.
I think that's slower. There's Irons for Sauce. There's a huge rupee for Icola. Guess what? Spirit was hard child locked. Good thing Requiem wasn't on AD. No, Strength 2 was on the lab roof, Markars.
That was an interesting sound for the door opening.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was, actually.
Sound like an error message.
Yeah, and there's 18 skulls for Sauce. There's the boss key and the Adult Climb.
Very nice.
And the small key. That is our 4th small key. Oh, we kind of forgot Hell Knight. Oopsies. Yeah, we're using Icola's audio. Of all the things, the kitty little audio icon in the top left corner is not obvious. Roar's Wind in the Sun Song Grave. Okay.
Oh.
And there's a Deku shield in the, there. Wind is nice for Solace. We'll be able to get around it a little easier, but would have been nice before Jabu. Yeah, at this point it's a little sad. Yeah, I might have prevented the Alden for sure. There's 15 skulls for Icola. I think Sauce really wants 20 for Wave the Hero Cat, but doesn't have a good way to get 2 more skulls right now. I think Death Mountain Trail might be his best option here for this. As Icola heads up Spirit Temple. Still haven't seen the Swift Key, still haven't seen anything else in here, really. Before, I think Sauce wants skulls before he gets to Forest Temple. First. Icola really can't aim with shoes. There we go. Third tries the charm for that Emos. There we go.
So this last key location is going to be fairly significant.
Yeah. Alright, and there's 20 skulls for Sauce. But is it going to go there immediately? It's just going to keep going. Sure, invisible chests, purple rupee, and there's another slingshot. Thanks, game.
And mirror. Oh. Did he forget the hint? I think he forgot the hint.
Yeah, he did.
So Mirror Shield cannot be in the boss key chest. As the final key is Mirror Shield locked.
Yes, that is correct. Because our final key has to be 4 armors.
And also we're hard locked out of the boss key chest now.
Yep. Alright, this should be Forest Temple, I think, for Icola. Serenade's probably faster than Save Warping. To Ranch, it's not great either way at any rate. Oh, I forgot Sloths never checked the Goron City maze, seeing the Shadow Temple Wave Hero, and yeah. Yeah, just more running around, trying to figure out where's progression. I do expect that Icola should be going Forest now.
Yeah.
First progression. This is probably double Forest, yes.
Alright, get your sleeping bags and your anime body pillows. It's time for double Forest.
Hey PJ Weeks, welcome into, I don't know, something. If Icola goes to GTG, also please type Icola and not Cola, because otherwise we're confusing Icola and Cola to our 2 separate runners. And that's its own thing, although Cola, the runner, isn't currently in chat. Why is no one in Ice yet? I don't know. No one's gone there. Ice was available early, so was that hookshot. They didn't get the hookshot either. For ages. Icola also not doing Hyrule Field, which is interesting. Ice does have a very high chance of holding Nocturne.
Is he turning back?
No, it's just getting trolled by a Who has better items? No one really.
The only thing Sauce Boss has over Icola is the hammer out of DC.
Hammer and floors, technically.
Which may or may not be required.
Yeah, whereas Icola has a strength upgrade off Labyrinth. It's still very much up in the air. We have no idea who's in the lead. We have no idea where Go Mode is. They've been sitting at 2 medallions for like an hour at this point, at least. Deku Tree was early-ish. We haven't seen a medallion since.
Yeah, this will be their second medallion.
second medallion dungeon.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
We do have a lot of things on the tracker. The problem is a lot of those items are for our stone dungeons.
Alright, guys, hot take. I love forest.
Yeah. There we go. Icola deciding to not bother playing Saria song, just gonna Mido skip. Took a few tries but gets there.
Okay. Here's the reason why I like forest. I do believe that from a technical aspect, it is very, very interesting. It may not be very interesting from a viewership standpoint, but from a technical standpoint, I do find it very fun. In fact, I will choose if in a 50-50 situation, Stone Forest, Stone Shadow, I would choose Stone Forest any day of the week.
Alright, first off this chest is another key. Alright, 2 keys right away. Not all that interesting. And for the courtyards, as Icola gets in the door.
Alright.
Key number 3. It looks like all the items will be in the back.
Yeah, very front-loaded with keys at the moment, which I feel isn't a bad thing. But
It's easier full clearing forest anyway, but if this was stone forest and you were dipping looking for items, you'd be pretty interesting keys in the front.
Nate, that is bad. You should feel bad.
Alright, Sloth's Icola picking up his 17th skull. Will hits 20 here in the forest as well. Hey, there's the mirror shield!
Ball shot in Shadow Temple.
Could just be a scale.
That'd be walk. Why you have to remind me of that? Fuck!
That's my job, Koari. Yeah, no, Mirror Shield and Forest Map Chest means that we are just down to long shot for no mode. Well, technically, we don't know where the scales are, but no one really cares.
Oh.
And at this point, yeah, I guess, chat, where do you... Yeah, well, we can get Nocturne. With that Mirror Shield, we are guaranteed to be able to get Nocturne. It is on one of 3 song checks, all of which we can access. We've been able to access the Ice Cavern for a really long time. We've been able to access, and that Mirror Shield gave us access to Prelude and Burning Cack. That's not the problem. Cabbage... Skull Sanity is just really annoying in competitive settings is the main thing. It's why we don't play with it.
So it pretty much comes down to whether or not Sauce goes to Adult Lake Hylia as to whether he can catch up. Now, I feel like, personally, with a 2 out of 3 chance of Nocturne being on Prelude and or Burning Cack, I would do Spirit first.
Alright, I'm gonna put up a prediction. What is Shadow Weave here for?
It's for scale! It's for a scale!
Is it? Sorry.
We just got long shot!
Oh, no! Sorry, I'm scatterbrained. Check W! Sorry, I was looking away. Which chest was it?
It was the bow chest in the eye switch.
Oh, lol! Never mind, that's a good one. Thanks, game. Yeah, we're in no mode.
Oh, I
Uh,
think no, yeah, we're in no mode.
Icola's going to be in go
It's
mode shortly with the mirror shield.
it depends now. Now it very much depends on where Nocturne is.
Icola doesn't care. Icola's going to get mirror shield very shortly. Koari, and Icola knows where mirror shield that Nocturne has to be on one of three things. All of which he can access after Forest Temple. I don't think he cares. Yeah, so this is gonna be a decently fast seed, though we still have the rest of Forest Temple, all of Shadow Temple. Icola has to finish Water Temple, and Icola needs to find Nocturne from wherever Nocturne is. That might be a bit. So we've still got a while to go. We are in go mode, but it is a long go mode as Sauce picks up his long shot. Sauce will hit go mode as well going to Lake though, chasing a long shot because of the way of the hero because going to Water Temple, so he's fine.
I think Icola just realized that he skipped Courtyard.
I think so too. Phew. Would have been a problem if he skipped.
That would have been very Monka-esque.
Yeah, if he skipped his mirror shield, there's not much to be done. There we go. Phew. Thanks, Icola. That's the problem with the route Icola took is you have to remember to go down to the courtyards. And there's Icola's go mode. Hour 46. Icola is in go mode.
Or rather, he is in song mode.
He's in item go mode. He technically needs one song, but he also knows where his one song is. We're still gonna be here for a while because we still have way too much because there's a lot to be done still, but we are in no mode. Lol, look at the... Luckily, yeah, no such case. This is gonna end before the brackets match, which does remind me that we do have a top 32 brackets match this evening. Let me double check the schedule because I've brain farted what it is, but we have a match this evening between Sari's Object and the winner of the season 3 of this first season of the Challenge Cup, Pinkity Rose. That'll be tonight over on Zelda Speedruns at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern in just over 2 hours. So if people want even more OTR action, that'll be coming up in a couple of hours. But yeah, no, this is not going to last that long. It would have had to take almost 4 hours for it to go that long, and it's not quite that bad. I'm sure it's a logical mess. Who knows where our scales are, but it's definitely not nearly as bad practically. There's a boss key for Sauce. Yeah, one scale is in Shadow Temple, the other might well be on AD.
So, unfortunately for Sauce, he will not be go-moding Forest Temple, but Icola will be.
You can't really go mode Forest anyway.
Well, yeah, you can. You just get the last 3 checks.
I suppose, true. There's a little time to be saved, but not a ton. Yeah, I could also strength to your loads in Shadow Temple. I mean, it's just... we know our remaining stuff. I would not be surprised if there's a skill in the toilet or something. I really wouldn't. Could be a skill on River Chest.
Hey, we stand Forest Temple. At least I do.
You stand Forest Temple. I'm a little bored.
Oh no, this was a very exciting forest temple. We learned that Shadow Temple was beat.
Yes, we did. We're still gonna see Shadow Temple since it's still a medallion and you can't skip much in it. And then, yeah, we do, besides have the brackets match at 7 p.m. Eastern, we do have another match here on this channel tonight later on at 9 p.m. Eastern between 10th Doctor and Slyride. Which reminds me, I think we still need commentators for it. If people are available, we would certainly like some.
Hey, Sean, you know this. You know I'm a little out there.
Oops, wrong. I'm gonna. But yeah, if anyone's available to commentate Doc and Slyride later tonight, that would be very much appreciated. Alright, sent out a commentary ping. We have one tracker signed up. Wouldn't mind a second.
Oh, wee. Do it. Do it, you coward. Do it.
Tap, Sean. Hope you like.
Well, hey, indie content. It'd be something to talk about. So interesting little thing tidbit with Saucepots. He opted to use Din's fire on the eye switch. I don't think that's actually faster.
Might not want to deal with aiming. Whichever works, really. Also, for those who don't know, yes, that actually works, because this OOT is a well-coded game. Icola, Icola forgot a couple I think forgot something in the courtyard. Whoopsies!
Oh, no.
Yeah, Icola, you need a save warp, you need a key. Whoops.
So much for go moding Forest
Yeah.
Temple. Now we get to see it live!
Yeah! But yeah, back to the eye switch. Back to the eye switch since I got distracted by Icola goofing on keys. Whoopsies. But back to the eye switch. OT is a well-coded game. That particular switch doesn't actually check for you shooting it with a bow. It checks for the ice being melted. Light arrows are on lap dive shadow gravity.
Which means that Shadow Temple is way the hero for a scale.
Yippee! Thanks, game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the key Icola is missing is here on the island chest. Some angry shield flicks here. Yeah, feels bad, man. Doesn't even have a roar, so has to go all the way back around. Feels bad.
It's okay, just do 3 key forest.
I'm not sure. I don't think Icola knows 3 key forest. Doesn't have much reason to learn 3 key forest in standard settings anyway.
Well, I think it would help there.
Yeah, but it's very situational in standard settings. Sean, the thing is, I don't think Icola's doing that to get with. when playing against you, considering he probably doesn't want to repeat that mistake again. Though it is rather unfortunate. Icola's been doing pretty well with this seed, actually. Skipping DC paying out today is the main thing for Icola. Is skip DC, there's some more chews in the basement. Yeah, honestly, the main difference between these runners is Sauce split DC. Icola decided to go to at Water Temple and Lake and Spirit instead, and that paid out. Even with this unfortunate key screw up, Icola still definitely got paid out today. And yes, better the key than the mirror shield, that's for sure. Icola actually had to go back for the mirror shield, but did pick up the key. Yeah, Sauce got unlucky. Rando will Rando. Oh yes, Jabu was the other thing. Yeah, Jabu and DC just not panning out for Sauce. It might have been logical AD for a scale, it certainly wasn't hard AD for anything. We'll never know where the skills are, or we'll probably never know what exactly the logic was, but yeah.
Rip gold scale.
Yep. There's a good chance we'll see one scale in the Shadow Temple, but I doubt we're seeing gold scale today. There's a non-zero chances behind AD, considering just how much stuff we got for AD. Yeah, so pretty much Sauce decided to do stone dungeons, Jabu and DC. Icola decided to do medallion dungeons of Water Temple and Spirit. Water and Spirit paid out, DC and Jabu kinda didn't.
That wasn't interesting.
Lol, Sean.
Managed to stun Phantom Ganon without the light ball.
Not sure what happened there.
Oh, crushed. And getting trolled by the scooter.
Hi! Cola! Not Icola! Cola! There is a difference. This seed we're in go mode. It's a logical nightmare for quite possibly AD, definitely a Bateway of the Hero's Shadow Temple for scales for Lab Dive Light Arrows. And Icola's in go mode, Sauce Boss is going to be in go mode once he gets out of Water Temple pretty much, because his two go mode items are Lab Dive and Lab Roof.
Icola has an apple butter ship.
Yeah, I've been telling people off for calling Icola Cola for a while. Yeah, this is why. We have an actual runner named Cola. There is a difference. I'm not sure what emo is. Ah, gotcha, thank you. If you shoot an arrow after stun during the staff animation, PG is vulnerable for stashes. Can you get Icola versus Cola Galaxy? Lol. Sean. Sauce is gonna save a little time in Water Temple by setting for roars here, but hopefully doesn't decide to full clear water, because we know that the boss keys and compass chest and nothing else is in here.
So, I actually did know that. However, Sauce Boss didn't shoot an arrow, so that's why it confused me greatly. And this is going to be Sauce Boss's boss key.
Yeah. If Sauce is awake after this, they have a race and a half. I don't honestly know. It depends on how long Sauce spends in Water Temple, and because Icola has done all of Spirit, has done most of Spirit Temple, and has already gotten the Water Boss key, so it's hard to tell. No, Cack Attack. Wave the Hero cannot be hinted directly at for light arrows. They can be indirectly pointing to light arrows, so Shadow Temple is pointing towards the scale for light arrows, but it can't be hinted directly. Cola.
Sauce Boss misses the quick kill.
Ooh. Shout out to who comes in if it happens to Lil Sean. I still remember commentating one or two of KC Neko's matches during the co-op tournament, because KC Neko was paired with Neko for a co-op partner. Neko and Neko is fun for commentary. Yeah, nope, it's still the same cack attack. That goes for not just these settings, but in any settings where light arrows are not required to reach Ganondorf. Sauce might well think yes, Sauce could think that Shadow is strength 2, which would be unfortunate. We'll see where Sauce goes after Morpha. And Icola realizing, wait a second, I'm in go mode. What am I doing? I don't need that chest.
So, I think those flubs by Icola might bring Sauce Boss back into this.
It might. We'll see where Sauce goes. As happy 2 hours, everyone.
This is still anybody's game, depending on whether or not Sauce Boss picks up Strength 2 and light arrows.
Well, yeah, we'll see. He is heading in the right direction. What else can he do? Go Spirit Temple to get his Forest Medallion and quite possibly Nocturne off that. Because Sauce knows that. Actually, he can't go Spirit. I'm dumped. Shooting Sun was not hinted, Sean. I'm dumb. Never mind me. You're. I wonder where Strength 3 is, actually. We never saw it.
Yeah, it's very interesting that they opted not to shoot the sun, as they're still not in go mode yet. They will be shortly, but only if they don't bail.
Yeah, don't bail after. I mean, I don't think you bail after Labyrinth here. If you do, you're well, that's on you.
If you do, it's because you're playing for the hint.
You're still right there.
They'd be in slow mode.
Yeah, but you're still right there. That check takes like 30 seconds or something. Getting off the Labyrinth and checking it. It doesn't take that long. It beats getting all the way back there. And yeah, screw fishing, because Sauce decided for I don't know what reason, screw it. Alright, Morpha time for Icola. Already has the boss key, just needs to go beat the boss. And there's Strength 2 for Sauce Boss, 2 is not immediately bailing. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Phew. Okay, this is actually going to be kind of interesting, though, because yes, Sauce Boss has finished Water Temple, but hasn't touched Spirit Temple, and Icola is it's gonna be close between these two, actually. It's gonna be an execution race. I'd still put Icola in the lead, but it definitely depends, and Icola falling off of Water Temple doesn't help. Speaking of execution.
Now he's still a full Spirit Temple ahead.
Yeah, no, at this point, though, they might be tied, because Morpha's going to take a bit. And Icola did lose track of keys, and did forget the hint for Spirit left hand. So if Sauce Boss skips that, might save a little time here. We'll see. This is going to be an interesting race, actually. It's now very close with Icola losing some seconds there to falling off in Water Temple. As Sauce gets into Adult Spirit here. Double buffer.
And Icola slides down.
Yeah. Also, Sauce's quality dropped like a rock there for a second.
It's back.
Go! Nice Morpha kill for Icola. Yeah, it's just a couple of minutes up on Saucer. Now, it's a little Icola in the lead, but it's not by much at this point with the execution errors. Maybe 3 to 4 with cutscenes, while Icola's currently watching a really long cutscenes.
And then he'll watch another fairly long cutscene, even in its shortened version.
That makes more sense, Sean. That makes more sense. And there's a heart piece on Morpha, so there's a 50-50 chance as to... so there's a 50-50 chance of whether or not River Chest is an item. Requiem time for Icola. Sauce is going through the outlet climb room. I forgot how long these first 2 checks take. There's the boss key for Sauce.
Alright, so that's 2 keys.
Yeah, we know the final key is Spirit. Yeah. This is going to be actually quite close, because Sauce can go mode the rest of Spirit Temple here, I think, if I'm counting correctly. Yeah, he can.
Yes, he can.
Cool, so this is definitely an execution race here.
Yep, which this puts Sauce in the lead.
Actually, yes it does. Huh. This is gonna make things interesting. So yeah, so Sauce, yep. Yeah, I forgot that the Spirit Key layout isn't very nice today, so yeah, Sauce is now definitely up in the lead, because I forgot Spirit Key layout was so nice Sauce can go mode this place. Whereas Icola still needs to get a key off the forearm's chest. It'll take him too long, but it's still a little bit too long to be solid.
Oh.
There's the keys Icola needs.
Lizzle foes were bros today.
Yep. We'll have to see how what the time difference is on Twin Rova.
Well, definitely, as we all know, Twin Rova loves to troll.
Yeah, or Troll Rova, so we'll see. Alright. I think I'll time it on when they enter the door for Twin Rova. We don't know where Nocturne is, but they can get it. Heck W, chimp. Nocturne is one of Prelude, Burning Cag, or Ice Cavern. They prefer it to be Burning Cag or Prelude, but it could still be Ice Cavern. Ice Cavern just means they spend extra time. That's about it. And thank you, Sean, for checking the time at 2:07:54 for the boss key door for Sauce. Looks like Icola will be about a minute behind here. Both turned in the letter, yes. Icola did make sure to turn in the letter beforehand. So yeah, just under 1 minute entering the boss door there for Icola. Yep. Oof, and promptly gets hit by the Iron Knuckle. Again! Oof, Icola's execution is definitely hurting him today. That and screwed up Forest Temple routing have killed Icola's lead. We'll see what the timing is on the blue warp for Twin Rova would be the next time.
Oof, barely getting that ice shot off.
Yeah, it could be nerves too, because I do know that both of them are pretty new to in terms of competitive rando. Yeah, and nerves is certainly understandable. Nova Phase 1 is now down for Sauce. Nova is trolling. Yeah, Sauce got lucky with RNG. Icola, not as much, unfortunately. Lol, Sean. Yeah, so SG Sean here is one of the other people in their group, the fourth being Arthur Udine. And yeah, definitely Sean and Arthur are the two veterans in the group. In terms of competitive OTR. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and Sauce misses the one cycle on Funroba Phase 2.
Now he's going to get the RNG pattern.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
And promptly gets one fire and then two ices. Thanks, Twinrova. Yeah, unfortunately.
3 ice in a row!
No! Yeah. Trollrova trolling Sauce today. Yeah, unfortunately there was no hope of them getting to BGS today, considering that was on 50 skulls. Ooh, and there we go. Icola just seconds behind Sauce getting taken down Twinrova. Actually, just barely getting the one cycle.
Oh,
this is going to be close. This is going to be insanely close. This is going to be one hell of a race, everyone. Alright. 2:11:58 Blue Warp and 2:12. Yeah, this is about a 5-second difference here on the Blue Warp. Jesus Christ. The spawn is Lalon Ranch. Yeah, they're both in go mode.
Yeah, they're both in go mode.
Ferora's Min might make the difference for Sauce here, actually, while I'm thinking about it.
Might be the only difference, yeah.
Because they're almost in sync here, just seconds apart.
Alright, check number 1.
Yep, we have one of 3 places, and it's not here. Alright, next stop, Nocturne.
Save quit.
Honestly, I have no idea which one's faster. I think the save quit might be faster. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think the save quit's probably faster. This is tight. This is really tight.
Oh. And picking up Epona. Oh my, he went back for Epona.
It is faster. Yeah. Epona to the rescue, putting Sauce just barely in the lead, getting to. I think actually no, they're neck and neck here on Fern and Cack pretty much. Jeez. Yeah, Sauce, Icola getting 2 Cack just before Sauce, because Sauce had to get off the horsey. And that's Minuet. Alright, Ice Cavern.
We gotta go to Ice Cavern forehead. Icola opting to play. They're both opting to play Minuet. Interesting.
Use irons. Oh, I should note, Sauce moved Mido earlier. That's going to make a difference. Azo's getting hit by the moblin. Bolero is quicker. I don't think either of them knew that. And also, Icola will lose a bit of time because Icola did not move Mido earlier. So Sloz will be ahead getting into Ice Cavern. Just by dint of being able to not go past Mido, but this is going to be still stupid close. They're about 3 seconds apart entering the Lost Woods Underwater Warp.
So, I think what could have made this faster.
Ooh, and Sloz proceeds to promptly fall off.
So I think what could have made this faster was buying the blue fire.
Oh, I think so too, because that way you can just rush to the end. But neither did that, so we're going to be going through Ice Cavern. This is nuts.
Oh, Icola, no. It's not faster for the milk bottle.
You don't... Yeah, no.
You'd be better off just dropping the bugs.
You would, because he has to drink 2 doses of milk. I can't believe we're discussing milk bottles of all things.
Well, you know, it's the year of the ox. Gotta get those milkers out.
Almost. We still have but it's more like 30 minutes, because we have to do Ice Cavern, to do Shout Out, when we go up GT. This is still going to be a bit. And also that doesn't work, Icola. Then have to still swim over to the iceberg.
This is still faster.
Although I guess there is that. Alright. They're about 8 seconds apart here getting in the door. It's been more than 30 minutes, Flan. It's more like 40 minutes of dungeon rushing. Very nice spin there for Icola. Sauce not quite managing to get the last freezer. This is actually the first time in a while I've competed at what is an execution race to the end, and it's a pretty long execution race too. So it should know that Icola will lose a bit of time clearing out that milk bottle, so this will be actually about neck and neck here once that happens.
We've already seen dips, dives, flubs, the whole 9 yards.
Yep, from both runners. This is very much a race here. They are neck and neck.
All we're missing is a fall off of the bridge.
Yeah.
I think
the more flubs there are, the more interesting execution
gets. The spike!
Yeah.
Icola realizing that he may only need 1 bottle.
Yep, thankfully doesn't bother with the milk bottle. Oh, then that did not quite work. Ice physics getting away from Icola a bit. Nicely quick jump slash there. Then gets frozen, jumping right into an ice keys. There's not much to be said. We're just commenting on their execution as they go through Ice Cavern. It's an execution race if we get nothing else to talk about, so we're talking about their execution.
Oh god, double frozen.
Nice jump slash, though, getting the keys on the way down. Alright, so since we're watching an execution race and there's not a ton to talk about, shoutouts to both of our runners, Icola and Sauceboss, giving us a very, very good race all the way to the end. To my co-commentator Koari, and to our two trackers, Cabbage and Millie, and also a shoutouts to our race streamer Hell Knight, who I hope he's awake.
I think he might have taken his batteries out. Oh God, Sauceboss!
Oh no! Sauceboss just jumped in the hole! Oh no.
He went in the hole.
Oh no. He does have furores, but that jumping in the hole there might negate furores like almost completely. Feels bad, man. It's still absolutely an execution race, but that feels bad for Sauce.
Now you got to collect the rupees all over again.
Yep. No, I was talking about Shadow Temple Champ. 220-48 use of Dins here for Icola. No, I meant as in for Roars and Shadow Temple for the whatchamacallit. The pot room, that's where Sauce could save time. Unfortunately, that fall in the hole might have negated any time he would save from that for Roars and Shadow.
I want to pay attention to the keys here.
Yeah, no, that's entirely on me for not clarifying my wording, but yeah. And yes, we do need to count keys in Shadow Temple to see if we need to go mode it. And if we can go mode it, at least, sorry. First chest is a key!
Ah. So, I would have thought the one advantage Sauceboss could have had would be to skip these first two checks, but since that's a key, that won't be possible.
No, and I don't think Sauce would have skipped anyway.
He could have with Ferrars.
Yeah, but I don't really see him doing that in this situation. Also, shoutouts to the fact the heart piece on the Iron Boots just reminding me, this is a very low health scene. Despite us being almost 2.5 hours in, Icola only has 7 hearts. I think Sauce is either 7 or 8. This has not been a healthy scene.
God damn it, Sean.
And there's a recovery art. Low purple, that is impressive. Were you actually able to go mode it, or were you still looking for items is the next question. Yeah, at least there's double defense. They've definitely de-nerfed today, because they've gotten kind of close. Icola got trolled by Iron Knuckles. Nice, purple. That is actually pretty convenient. And there we go. Second time's the try here for Icola and the Truth Spinner. Also, I forgot to actually count how much time was in between them for using the Dins, but I think it's like a minute or so. I'll try and get another time, because I got Icola's time on Dins, but then forgot to get Sauce's time. Whoopsies!
For shame.
Yeah, no problem, Millie. Yeah, we're just gonna be here for the next bit watching them, well, continuing to commentate them doing a, Lens and Shadow Temple!
just as the cherry on top.
Thanks, game. I mean, there well could be a skill in Lens game. No problem, Twin Dragons.
Our way the hero, everybody! Monka Lens!
Yippee! Might as well add that to the Way of the Hero command. Hi, Tannerin. We're at the end commentating an execution race between Icola and Slothboss as they go mode Way of the Hero Shadow Temple, which somehow or another leads to a scale or two for light arrows and a lamp dive. Yeah, we forgot to mention Shadow's Way of the Hero. It's a bait Way of the Hero for a lamp dive. Yeah, it's a star special. This shouldn't have been this close, but Icola's had a few execution errors and screwed up some Forest Temple routing. And then Slothboss fell in the hole in Ice Cavern in the final block push room, so this is actually really, really interesting. This may or may not have been AD, we'll never know. For all we know, the second skill was on Toilet or River Chest. We're never seeing it. They don't care.
Ooh.
See, logic-wise, we were out of logic for ages behind a bomb bag on Richard, and we couldn't find a hookshot for an hour 17 minutes because that was on Zora's domain diving minigame.
And the long shot was in Forest Temple.
Because of course it is. Actually, I think Slothboss skipped the second. Actually, skipped Dead Hand. Set for Roars there and is betting it's not a key, and it's going to pay out.
He'd be right.
Yeah, it's an interestingly risky play, but it's paying out. It's going to pay out for Slothboss, giving him a little bit of catch-up time. I've never actually seen someone do that before, with Dead Hand of all things, but it's going to work out because that's just a recovery heart today.
See, the thing is, the proper way to do it would actually be to set Aurora's Wind, where you get locked out. Then you go do a Dead Hand, and then you just Aurora's right back.
Maybe I might have lost track. I know he set for Roars. 2:27:02 was the final silver root. 2:27 flat using the restream timer as he Sauce's personal streams timer. 2:27 flat using the restream timer was when Icola collected that last silver rupee. Yep, the lens was in Shadow Temple. Gotta love it. There's the boss key. Ooh,
oh god.
And Icola gets flattened. And gets flattened again.
Having a little trouble with that block, with that spike clip.
Oh, make that try number 3 for Icola. Just not backflipping at the right moment. There we go. 4 times the charm. Definitely giving some time back to Sauce as he picks up a heart piece. And some chews.
Chews are
This
nice.
is not... Yeah, nice, but not useful at this point.
Oh, I disagree. Chews are actually very useful for going through the wind room.
They are. Alright.
It also makes doing the pot much easier.
Yeah, alright, there we go. Gets the platform first try. Little cabbage. Very clean room here, though, with the readouts. Killed them very quickly. Sauce is now over here on these silver rupees. We'll get a time difference on these. There's another bow.
Huh? It is not bow lock.
Yeah, no, it is not. You could have gotten here. Go figure. It's not Way of the Hero, but it's also not bow locked.
That basically confirms that the bow is not a Way of the Hero item in cap.
In all honesty, there's... I don't honestly know what the heck was Way of the Hero. No... Let's see, what was bow lock today? Not much, in all honesty. That's interesting. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Thank you, Flint. Does that save time? That is a good question. And I think it was a little over 2 minutes between them getting the silver rupees in the big room. Okay, 3:20-ish between BK. Okay.
Unfortunately, Icola does not know the quick strat to get through the wind room.
No, also Icola skipped the pot, which we'll see if that pays out.
He did not.
I think,
Actually,
did he?
got the
Oh,
key.
wait. Never mind, I'm just scatterbrained. Let's see if Sauce uses for Roar's Wind here, because this is where he could catch up a bit. I'm just being scatterbrained, because I'm trying to do a few different things at once. There's another key for Icola. And Sauce is using Furore, so this will be a bit of a time save. I'm not sure if it'll be enough to catch up to Icola, but it is going to make it much closer between them. So the big question here is, we do have the boss key. Does one of these two chests have another small key? If that is the case, we're in go mode. If not, we need to find the other small key in the back.
Come on, vanilla key.
Nope! Hi! Scam!
Hooray! And no key!
Nope, we can't go mode Shadow Temple. Because of course it is. Yep, so the next question is, Sauce is not that far behind here, having used that for roars. The next question is, where is that final key? And so you have a choice in this situation. Do you go to the Inspire room first, or do you go to the Floor Master first? That can actually make a difference in a race like this. Usually people tend to go to the Spike Wall's room, but sometimes people go for the Floor Master first, and
yeah, usually you go Spike Wall's room because 2 checks versus 1 check.
But also, the Floor Master kind of likes to have a key.
Yeah, they love that vanilla key.
Yeah. And we haven't seen a hint either way, but Icola is equipping Din, so we'll be going for that room first, likely. Which makes sense, as mentioned, but it's always something to think about in a race that is...
Don't fall!
Yeah.
Hey, Sponge!
Hey! Sponge! Welcome in with a party of 23! We are at the tail end of a very, very, very close race here in the Challenge Cup Group N between Icola and Sauce Boss. Icola is just narrowly ahead here, a couple minutes going through Shadow Temple. And...
What you are seeing is Way of the Hero Shadow Temple. What you are also seeing is that actually complete bait, because we were in go mode before coming in here.
Yes, because light arrows were on left eye. Yeah, they're pretty much a boat ride apart right now. And the key's on the Floor Master. Thanks, game. So Icola actually had a fairly decent lead, but got trolled, but had some issues in Forest Temple. Had a minor bit of trouble in Water Temple. On the other hand, Sauce Boss has had his own problems, and the end result's been it's actually been a really close race. It's been back and forth for much of it. They were really close throughout. Yeah, more or less Saucepaws voiding an ice has been pretty much what the lead currently is. Sauce
Yeah?
having a really bad day on Twin Rova is one of the reasons why he's not currently tied. Like, Sauce is actually ahead getting into Twin Rova by about a minute and then got trolled, and from there hasn't been great.
Yeah. Yeah, Rock Chalk. So, what had happened was, Bama the well-weighed hero. It was a 50-50 between Magic and Boomerang. And since we had a Slingshot Sphere Zero, it was basically a toss-up between AD and it just being Magic.
It's just magic. We have no clue where double magic. It's likely just magic. We don't actually know where double magic is. And we don't have the slightest idea where gold scale is. So who knows?
Well,
Gold scale.
my bet for double magic would be on Bongo Bongo, and if it's not, then probably the Spirit Boss Key.
Because we actually can't tell what's way of the hero or not. Yeah, so Sauceboss did do both DC and Jabu. DC turned up a hammer for Foolish Stone Fire. Icola chose to skip it, but Icola's execution has unfortunately not been the best. It's also missing the one cycle on Bongo. We've been commentating on their execution for like the last half hour. There's not been much else to talk about since we've been in no mood for a good half hour.
Sauceboss having a little trouble with the maze.
Yep. Every second counts in a race this close. Did manage to find the Ferozman out of Sunsong Grave, which saved him a little time in Shadow Temple, but it hasn't been enough to catch up. Though it certainly kept it very, very tight.
Gold gauntlets! We don't need those.
No, we don't. Thanks, game.
No, they both found the scale.
Yeah. This scene is hilarious. We won't be getting the spoiler live, so we'll never know what exactly the idiot logic was, but this is great.
Yes, unfortunately, the world may never know.
Nope. Yeah, so at this point, Icola is a good couple of minutes ahead, but it is not over just yet. Still 2 minutes between boss key doors.
Possibly
okay,
Millie, but, you know, it could also be in GTG.
Yeah, let's see how Sauce does on Bongo first. Because Icola did miss the one cycle. And unfortunately so did Sauce. That would have been a time save if he could have managed it. And getting yeeted off Bongo makes it even worse. That I think is that is likely gonna secure Icola's win unless something goes seriously wrong on Ganon. And there we go. Chimp, I assume you meant it's over, not it's ogre.
No, he meant to say it's ogre. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Sure. Totally.
Open it, you coward. I dare you, open it. Coward! Oh, it'll back to Knuckles. I mean, they have titties, so it'll take quite a few hits.
Yeah, even if Icola gets hit like he just did.
Okay, they got 2 hits.
Does have a milk bottle. If nothing else, Icola
They're
can
pulling
drink
out
some
the milk
milk.
bottle. They're doing it. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I called him at the hammer. He got his nuts trapped.
A milk bottle coming in for. Oh my god. Okay, does manage to survive the knuckles. Phew. 240-16 going through that door.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. 240-51 entering Ganondorf.
Door. Yeah. This has been so back and forth, it's absurd. This has got to be one of the closest races I've commentated in quite a while. 40-minute execution race, everyone.
Oh, that was close, actually.
Beautiful one cycle. Very well done. Well, I could try MMR commentary someday, but I don't remember MMR's time of day things well enough to very well at all. Also, I just have too much to go. I just have too much going on. I'm gonna be buried in Z2R stuff soon, actually, because their max rando tourney's starting up soon. As Sauce also gets hit by Iron Knuckles. I'll stay away from. I know the master games. I'll stay away from MMR. Also, their weeklies are never at a good time for me. So.
Someone say MMR.
Also, Sloth, don't die, please. Yeah, Zelda 2 Rando has a max rando tourney starting on Valentine's Day. That is featured on Zelda Speedrun's family of channels. So you'll see more there. But I'd rather not focus on that, because it's Ganon time for Icola.
Time to nut all over Ganon.
Yep, no hammer. Nut strats for the win. Yep, because hammer was on the DC bridge. There we go. Phase 1 of Ganon is down. And yes, chat, for anyone who doesn't know, nuts work on Ganon. Had 1 nut left. Just enough to take down Ganon's face for first phase.
Oh god.
Hell Knight? The heck?
Hell Knight.
Hello! You want to use studio mode, not switch the scene altogether. Hell Knight! Hello!
Hell Knight.
You want to use studio mode, thank you very much. There we go. We're back just in time to see Icola take down Ganon. Sauce here is on Ganondorf. And also gets the 1 cycle. You were using studio mode? Huh. Well, you weren't then, I don't think, because you switched the scenes. Alright, GG's to Icola, finishing first, 244-27. match.
GG's.
I've been so anxious for the last like half hour for what Tiana. Unfortunately does not have a mic, but might be able to join us in chat, which is where I've directed him to go. And it looks like that, not too surprisingly, that Floss will finish out the seed.
Yeah.
All
Makes
Knight
sense
might
since
be better
you're
to
already
switch
right
back.
here.
We're back to see Sauce is done with the first phase of Ganon, and we're now on the second. Good switch audio to Sauce, and at this point I think it doesn't make much of a difference. And yeah, so in the meantime, our next match will be tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern in a little over 3 hours between 10th Doctor and Slyride. Should be a pretty good match.
It's Monday Night Raw is war!
And that is a Group F match, for those who are curious. And there we go, GG's to, and I have no idea, I just usually call Sly, Sly, so I don't know how to pronounce the full thing. And GG's to Sauce, finishing second, 2:46.49.
GG's.
2 minutes and 22 seconds. Very close race indeed. We'll see if we can get Sauce in for an interview. Icola doesn't have a mic, so sadly won't be joining us in voice chat at least. And alright, Sauce is going to be back in a minute. Just needs to go take a quick bathroom break, and then they'll be joining us here in the voice call.
Very good. So now will be the time while we're waiting. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat.
Yep. And also, scrolling up in chat, it's pronounced 10th Doctor because it's a Doctor Who referenced.
Hey, Icola, GG's.
Here, Icola, GG's. Alright, I'm gonna drag Sauce in here in a minute, just currently doing something in the background.
Right.
And
Thank
let's
you,
get Sauce in
honey.
here. Salut, Sauce. GG's.
Thank you.
Man, that was a really, really close race.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
all the way or just
all the way.
Oh yeah,
All the
nice.
way.
Almost done the all dungeon, so I wasn't confident to gamble a lot like I usually do. So I made a lot of
Yeah,
checks and Jabu.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
80 was
Boomerang
definitely.
was way of with the hero, so I gave it a shot and didn't pay anything. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
unfortunately, it was just the magic.
Yeah,
Yeah, but no, it was looking very scary because we had everything for 80 dungeons, but nothing for progression until that hookshot showed up.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw the hookshot, I thought I'm gonna go check water if it's a Song of Time lock and find the bus key like in the first chest. I was like, oh, okay, I'm late now because I did DC and Jabu,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I hope that that I didn't do Jabu at all, and I guess I would have win.
Yeah, you
Like
were about
7 minutes or something. So
Yeah,
and
yeah, the
I
logic.
avoid in ice cavern. So maybe the void in ice cavern was like
Yeah,
That
that's
I,
what
might have
got
cost
to me.
you, yeah.
Uh,
It's hard to say. So Icola skipped both DC and Jabu.
yep.
Turned in Ruda's letter and found the
So he
hookshot,
was
turned in Ruda's letter
so he
and
was
just left.
pretty much in advance.
Yeah, unfortunately for Icola screwed up Forest Temple routing and had to do it twice, basically.
Okay.
Also had a little trouble in Water Temple, but had a much better Twin Rova fight than you did,
Yeah.
and didn't fall in the hole in Ice Cavern.
Yeah. you know, that's my that's might be it. It's maybe I lost like 2 minutes there or
Yeah, it's
almost.
hard. It's so hard to tell when the race is that close. Like, there's so many things that could make the difference.
yeah, a lot of little things can just add up in the end, whether it's missing the 2 cycle on Bongo.
Yeah, I got bullied a little bit there.
Yeah, Icola missed the one cycle also, but at least didn't get knocked across the room.
Yeah.
But no, you guys were so close throughout most of the race. Like, you got hook shots just a minute apart.
Damn. I was confident after Shadow. I saw that nobody. Well, Icola didn't finish, so I was like, maybe I'm more ahead than I think. But when I arrived to Ganon, I saw the finish. I was that was a close one.
It was so close. Shout outs to Milk saving Icola from dying on the iron.
Oh my god, MLG milk.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All
every
right,
little
Milk
thing
too strong.
counted.
true,
You,
true.
Aurora's win
Oh,
saved you time too in Shadow Temple Sauce.
Yeah,
Like, we couldn't tell who was going to win for so long because you guys were just so back and forth.
damn. Well, I'm gonna watch the VOD anyway, so I'm gonna have a good time then. If
But
you
yeah,
tell
this was
me
a
that.
really fun race to watch.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't wait to watch it again.
Oh man, this was a very good race between both of you. Like, both of you had some little execution errors here and there. Forest Temple felt horrible for Icola. Um, and then it just 2 minutes in the end. That is not a lot, especially with how this race went.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Icola
today,
accidentally nearly for so Icola went for when going Forest Temple, did the block room, then hovered over to Floor Master and nearly forgot the courtyards.
Damn.
Got the mirror shield, but forgot to get the key off the island chest and had to go back around.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's a big mistake. Just a lot of time.
Yeah, that cost him his lead there, and then other things happened. And the lead of it, and then you were in lead for a while, and then some other execution things happened, and then it went back to him.
Okay, that was that close. Like
Yeah,
going to
Oh
execution.
yeah. Yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
were
It
a
was like back and
minute.
forth for a long while.
You were a
Damn.
minute apart going into the Twin Rova, pretty much.
That's a lot. Well,
And then it was only like and then it was only like 5 seconds.
Leaving Twin Rova, yeah.
damn. Yeah, I had a hard time at Twin Rover. I got trolled.
Yeah, Twin Rova was awful
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Well, today I
Um,
put the block all the way to in Forest because yesterday I void one time and I had to do it again because I got grabbed by the floor master in the ladder room. Where's Busky?
yeah,
So
Oh,
yeah, today I didn't take any chances, so I just push it right through.
yeah. Yeah, you guys were seconds apart leaving Spirit Temple. It was nuts.
Damn. Can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, I have to wonder if Nocturne had been on Prelude or Burning Cack, if it would have gone differently, because then there wouldn't have been the Ice Cavern execution.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I have to. I'll see it when I saw the VOD, so I couldn't judge by myself.
Yeah, no, this was
But
a really good race.
but
It was just,
I lost a lot of time there, so
yeah,
might be it. Might be it.
no, it was a super interesting race. And oh man, the logic was funny too. Like you guys didn't get bomb bag for 8 for a while. Richard first bomb bag locking a lot logically,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
hookshot on swords.
when you find a 20 pack bomb shoe, screw the logic, you know.
Right?
Yeah. I
Who
see. I
needs
noticed
logic?
you were very frivolous with your chew consumption.
Yeah, but I dropped two chew. I didn't have any shield, so I dropped two chew and missed the nut thing. So yeah, I was down two chews back in middle when I was doing the Lost Wood and going back to Garden City. So I was on my way to choose come, and I found I think it was the Force or Hammer. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, oh damn, I can't come there.
Yeah, that hammer wound up not mattering in the end.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's why I thought it was like 80, maybe for Buskin Water Temple or
Yeah, it might have been 80 for Gold Skill. We'll never know.
yeah.
My theory was right side GTG.
Hmm.
I didn't go there any
Yeah. No one went there.
at any time, so
No
Icola
one
didn't
even
go there.
touched GTG.
Damn.
Yeah, never saw GTG because you guys didn't have strength 2 or a hookshot for so long. Just
Yeah, I was going
GTG
there,
wasn't a
but
good idea.
I was going there, but I was like, I didn't have any. Well, I didn't set up my scarecrow, so
Yeah,
I went to set up the scarecrow. Said, oh, you know what? I'm gonna check the lab, and finally found my strength upgrade and my light arrows. And I checked my tracker. I was like, I think I'm in go mode. Only nocturne left, and probably on spirit or burning cat because Kakariko was with the hero. So I thought maybe it's nocturne, but it
yeah.
was in ice cavern. Unfortunately,
I think ultimately, whatever bird and Kag was waved the hero for, I think it was. Oh yeah, Kag was waved the hero for the Iron Boots. Is what it was in the end.
yeah, we found a boat
Yep.
there too.
Bo was not really a
Yeah,
hero.
you could have gotten the Shadow Temple, though. You guys, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank goodness for being able to use Iron Boots and Hookshot for lab life, because this seed would have taken
Oh, yeah.
4 hours without it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought of doing Ice Cavern for a TP song because we had like Serenade and Requiem and Prelude for like almost the whole seed, and I wanted something more, like Minuet or Bolero, something to go around the world like fast, and almost go to Ice Cavern before going to spirit, not spirit, shadow, not what's the temple? The shadow spirit medallion was forest.
Yeah, Forest.
So yeah, I almost did go to ice before forest, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rush progression a little bit because I feel late a little bit,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think I would have uh, nocturne earlier, but I didn't think it will help me, because it was worth the hero, but for the lens or the scale, I don't know.
Definitely for the scale. Might have been Strength 3 or Lens also. We'll never know where the
Yeah,
last scale
I'm gonna.
is.
Yeah, when I saw first the third strength upgrade, I was like, oh my god, the bait is real.
Oh, wow.
Good thing
I
I'm in mode
know.
One.
right now.
Yeah, you lose by going way of the Hero Shadow today.
Yeah,
You don't say that very often, but going way of the Hero Shadow Temple loses you. The sea.
it's a big zone,
Yeah,
so
right?
hard to
Yeah, no,
skip.
don't rush ice.
No, delete ice.
Yeah, never go ice. I have a comment on my Twitch that say ice caverns the last check I will do because it's always trash. So if I go ice cavern, I usually do the trials and take like 2 blue fire there
Hmm.
and go straight up for the song. I don't care about the checks in there.
Yeah,
It's always that.
yeah. Oh man, that was certainly quite the funny seed and such a race too. I think that's one of the closest races I've commentated in a while. Really good to watch.
Happy it was a good show, but not really happy about the the ending because
Yeah,
I don't think I can made up to brackets now because I got 2 lost. So it's only the first 2 of the pool, right? That pass through.
Yeah.
no, it's a top 2, and yeah, unfortunately, it isn't super likely that you'll make it. Yeah, but still, GG's. That was a really good race, and good luck on your last race too. Versus
Sean,
actually, who is your versus who?
SDG Sean.
Oh yeah, so yeah, still good luck on your last race versus Sean's. Should still be fun. Hope you enjoy racing.
Yeah, well, definitely gonna learn new techniques and maybe be more constant with my execution because I think that's what gets me, for the whole
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah. Both of you had a few execution things to work on today, but it was a very good race all the same.
Well, thank you.
Execution was what made this race interesting because you had a little bit of errors here, and then uh, Icola had some execution errors, and just wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for the commentary, I guess.
Yeah,
And
thanks for playing,
yeah, thank
And
you.
thanks for giving us a show.
Yeah.
and what a show it was. GG's, a bonne chance.
Merci.
Avuda for both of you. Good luck on your next match.
Yes, Gigi Icola. I don't know if he's in the Twitch chat or something.
Yeah,
But
he is. Doesn't
GG,
have a
bro.
microphone, but has been around
Yeah,
in
I
the
saw
chat.
that. I saw that in the starting of the race.
Yep.
So yeah, GG, bro, and I hope you win your next match, so you can pass through next round.
Yeah, GG's.
See ya.
So that'll be pretty much it for us. Let's shout outs to both of our runners, Icola and Sloss, giving us a really close, really entertaining race that was close to the end here, just 2 minutes apart at the end. Shout outs to my co-commentator Koari joining me on comms today. Shout outs to our two trackers, Cabbage and Millie Moon. Cabbage's first tracking duty did pretty well. Thank you for you both for keeping the trackers up to date. And shout outs also to our restreamer Hell Knight, who is awake and present for the moment, I'm pretty sure, for, making sure this actually happens. And shout outs to everyone, and thanks to everyone in chat for watching. I have no idea who we're raiding. Hell Knight, do you know who you're raiding? Because then I think
Hell
that'll be
Knight.
pretty much it for us to date. You're me, Hell Knight. Or you're just not saying anything, at least.
All right.
Alright, yeah, let's take a look. I don't have any immediate ideas for people to raid, I'll admit. Alright, follows list is not the most useful.
Ooh.
Any ideas, Koari? Because I'm a little stumped.
Mm. So,
Yeah, alright. Oh, that happens. I'm gonna quickly go over our schedule. We do have a match later today, as our stream says. We have 10th Doctor versus Sly later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern in just under 3 hours. That'll hopefully be restreamed here on this channel if we can find some volunteers. Tomorrow we have a lot of matches. We have SGD Sean versus Arthur Houdini of Group M at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We have Check Race versus Yo-Yo Kanari at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then Group B, we have Group B, Alfalfa versus Woolies at 2 p.m. Eastern, as is two other matches at 2 p.m. Eastern. We've got Billy Luigi versus Tituit of Group G, and Happen for a Chalanswa of Group H also tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, we have Just Sam and Tiris of Group A. Lot of matches. We have 6 matches tomorrow. So if you want more CC action, we've certainly got plenty. And it looks like we're raiding Eggmeister, so we're gonna go over and say hi. Thanks for watching, everyone.
good night.